It was supposed to be their escape, a long-awaited trip after months of stress, arguments, and late-night patch-ups. Ryan and Alina had booked an oceanfront villa on a private stretch of Moonshore Beach, known for its crystal water, silver sand, and absolute isolation. The villa stood like a forgotten painting, wooden, old, romantic in an eerie kind of way. Thick vines hugged the balcony. The air was salty and hot, thick with the sounds of crashing waves and distant gull cries. Alina stepped out barefoot, her sundress fluttering in the breeze. "God, it's so quiet," she said, pulling her sunglasses down her nose. "Finally," Ryan replied, wrapping his arms around her from behind. They kissed, deeply, desperately, like two souls trying to hold on to something before it slipped away. That night, the air was humid. A full moon lit the ocean silver blue. Alina had lit candles around the villa, filling it with a soft, glowing warmth. Wine flowed, their laughter echoed. She pulled Ryan into the bedroom, lips brushing his neck. "You remember how we used to be?" she whispered. The night turned heavy with passion. The bed creaked with every heartbeat. For a moment it felt like they had found themselves again, lost in sweat, kisses, and whispers that turned into gasps. Alina bit his lip gently. "Don't let go this time," she murmured. "I won't," Ryan said, staring into her eyes. But somewhere deep down, he already felt a strange chill. The air had cooled, and the moon hung low, rippling over the sea like a silver serpent. "Let's go in," Alina said, teasingly tugging Ryan's hand. "Now? It's nearly 2 a.m. "Exactly. No one around, just us, like old times." She was already stepping out of her thin robe, revealing her bare silhouette beneath the moonlight. Ryan followed, hesitant at first, then completely hypnotized by her confidence, her allure. Her body moved like liquid shadow, graceful and slow. They dove in. The ocean was warmer than the air, almost unnaturally so. Ryan surfaced, slick hair falling over his eyes. He looked for Alina. She was ahead, swimming further out. "Not too far," he called. She didn't reply. The waves were soft but rhythmic. The stars blinked above like eyes watching in silence. A fog rolled in suddenly, covering the shore. Ryan swam after her, cutting through the thickening dark. "Alina?" No answer, just the sound of something, splashing far too big to be her. Then, silence. Panic hit like a sledgehammer. "Alina!" He dove under. Nothing but blackness, sand, and silence. He surfaced again, gasping, and that's when he saw her, standing on the shore, dripping wet. "How did you—" he mumbled, swimming back fast. Alina just— Back in the villa wrapped in towels, Alina was unusually quiet. Ryan noticed something odd. Her fingers, pruned like she'd been in water for hours, far longer than they were. Her eyes, slightly darker, more glassy, and when he touched her skin, it was cold, ice cold. "You okay?" "Never better," she whispered. "I feel brand new." She kissed him again, and it was different, deeper, wilder, desperate, like she hadn't seen him in years. That night, they made love again, harder, faster, more intense than ever. But this time, Ryan felt like he was with a stranger wearing Alina's face. Her nails dug deep into his back, her breath was cold, her moans turned into guttural growls, then back into sighs. In the middle of it, he opened his eyes, and for just a second, her face wasn't hers. It was bloated, pale, eyes black, lips blue, hair floating like she was still underwater. He blinked, and it was gone. She smiled sweetly. "You look scared," she whispered. Ryan forced a chuckle, just tired. He didn't sleep that night. The morning sun brought no comfort. Ryan stood on the villa's porch, sipping cold coffee. His back ached. Not from the bed, but from the claw-like scratches running down his spine. Alina had been wild last night, but something about it didn't feel like her. He turned to look inside. Alina was humming in the kitchen. A sweet tune, something his mother used to sing. Wait, how did she know that? He stepped inside. "You know that song?" She smiled. "Your mom sang it in that video you showed me, remember?" "I never showed you that video." Pause. "Oh, right. Maybe I dreamt it," she said with a smile that didn't quite reach her eyes. Ryan felt something sink in his chest. Later that day, they walked along the shoreline. The beach stretched for miles, not a soul in sight. Alina wore the same white sundress from the night before, the exact same wrinkle in the shoulder, same small stain from the wine. Had she even changed? She walked barefoot, leaving no footprints behind. "Isn't it beautiful?" she asked. Ryan nodded. "You said that yesterday too." She turned to him. "I did?" Word for word. Another smile. "Guess I'm predictable." But her tone was off, mocking almost. Then a loud caw. A dead seagull dropped from the sky, splashing near them. Ryan flinched. Alina just stared at it, expressionless. "Sometimes things fall before they're ready," she whispered. Ryan's helped it. He stepped away. She didn't follow. The waves pulled around her feet, but she still left no trace in the sand. That night, Ryan couldn't sleep. Again. Alina lay next to him, breathing slow. Too slow. No tossing, no turning, just stillness, like a corpse. He crept out of bed and stepped outside. The moon was full again. Too full. It had been full last night, and the night before? Was time looping? He walked to the edge of the beach and saw it. A body. Bloated, pale, hair black and long, face down in the sand, a woman, same height as Alina. His breath froze. He turned it over. It was Alina. Her lips were blue, eyes wide open, dead. "No! No, 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 no!" He staggered back, falling, looked up, and saw Alina standing behind him, alive, smiling. "You weren't supposed to find her yet," she said softly. Ryan screamed. Ryan stumbled backward in the sand, his eyes darting between the lifeless corpse at his feet and the smiling figure standing in front of him. "No, this can't be real," he gasped. Alina, or whatever this was, knelt beside the dead body. "She's beautiful, isn't she?" the thing whispered. She didn't scream, just sank. Ryan's throat tightened. His knees buckled. The fake Alina tilted her head. "But it wasn't personal. I just needed her skin, her voice, her memories." He ran, feet pounding through the dark, sand flying behind him. He burst into the villa, slammed the door shut, locked it. But it didn't matter. Moments later, she was inside, calm, smiling, not wet, not tired, not human. She reached out and touched his face. "You kissed me," she said. "You made love to me. And you didn't even notice. I wasn't her." The days that followed. He tried to leave the island. There was no signal. The road they came from? Now just a loop of trees. Every direction. More sea, more mist. The map on his phone spun in circles. He screamed for help. No one answered. Even the birds were gone. Alina, or the spirit, stayed with him. Never angry, never shouting, just present, always watching. "I can be her forever," she said sweetly. "I know how she laughs, how she cries, what she wanted, even her regrets." Ryan backed away. "You're a demon." "No, I'm a woman who died in that sea over 100 years ago, betrayed, drowned, forgotten." She stepped closer. "But now I have a new love." Ryan's vision blurred. He lay sprawled across broken glass, blood dripping from his scalp. The air was ice cold, though no wind blew. The spirit hovered over him, half Alina, half corpse. Her body flickered between beauty and decay with every blink. "Why are you doing this?" he gasped. She knelt beside him, her wet hair brushing his cheek. "Because I was in love too once, and he threw me away like trash." She looked sad, almost human. "And when I saw you with her, how you touched her, how she looked at you, I wanted that. I deserved that." Ryan tried to crawl backward. She grabbed his ankle. "I became her for you. I loved you like she did. Gave you everything. And now, you want to leave me?" "I want Alina back," he shouted. Her smile dropped. "She's gone," she whispered. "But you're still here, and I don't have to be alone anymore." She leaned in. "I can wear your skin too." The struggle. Ryan kicked her away, hard. The spirit flew back, screeching, a sound like metal tearing underwater. He grabbed the silver knife and lunged. Their struggle was violent, furniture smashed, blood spattered, Candles flared up wildly, illuminating her true form. Bone jutting out of her wrists, seaweed tangled in her spine, eyes pitch black and bottomless. Finally, he plunged the knife into her chest. She gasped, not in pain, in betrayal. "You really are just like him," she whispered. She crumbled into water and bones. Her body collapsed into a pile of soaked clothes, seaweed, and sand. The morning after. Sunlight returned. The ocean looked peaceful again. Birds chirped. Ryan stood alone on the shore, exhausted, bleeding, traumatized. He found a small fishing boat abandoned near the rocks. Somehow, miraculously, it still worked. He rowed away, looking back only once. The villa stood still, empty, silent, as if none of it had happened. 2 weeks later. Ryan sat in his apartment, pale and withdrawn. He barely spoke. He avoided mirrors. He stared at a photo of Alina. Tears welled in his eyes. "I'm sorry," he whispered. "I should have protected you." Suddenly, a soft knock on the door. He froze. Then came her voice. "Babe, you left the shower running again." His heart stopped. He turned slowly. Alina was standing in the hallway, dripping wet, smiling, wearing that same white dress. "You okay?" she asked. "You look scared."